This next story is literally hilarious. As you know, George Stephanopoulos asked Sarah Palin. George Stephanopoulos asked President Obama what he thought of Sarah Palin's comments about his new nuclear policy. And Stephanopoulos is catching heat from other people in government-controlled media. Why would you ask the president about anything Sarah Palin said? Because apparently Obama looked petty in the way he answered it. Well, I don't think she knows anything about nuclear. Just dismissed her. And of course, Palin today, at the Republican meeting down in New Orleans, said, well, what the hell does he as a community organizer know about nuclear weapons? So she's getting the best of this. Stephanopoulos is catching a lot of hit from his colleagues and associates in state-controlled media. And now the Stephanopoulos is defending his decision to ask Obama to respond to Sarah Palin's criticism of his nuclear non-proliferation policy. The exchange was notable not only because of the dismissive tone of Obama, but also because the question seemed out of place for a weighty discussion on nuclear weapons policy. This is from the HuffPo, by the way. Why would Stephanopoulos treat Palin as some sort of policy expert? Stephen Bannon of the Washington Monthly said Stephanopoulos, some conspicuously unintelligent right-wing media personality, said something stupid about a subject she knows nothing about. Mr. President, how do you respond? And, of course, would one of you people in state-run media tell me what Obama knows about it? Because Palin's exactly right. How do you learn about nukes as a community organizer? First up is Hannity. Wednesday night on the Fox News Channel, Hannity is talking to Palin. She said the president is saying if there's a biological chemical attack against the country, any type of major cyber attack, if it's a country that's part of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, that America has taken nuclear weapons off the table. What's your reaction to that?
Unbelievable, unbelievable. No administration in America's history would, I think, ever have considered such a step that we just found out that President Obama is supporting today. That's kind of like getting out there on the playground, a bunch of kids ready to fight, and one of the kids saying, go ahead, punch me in the face, and I'm not going to retaliate. Go ahead and do what you want to with me. No, it's unacceptable.
Stephanopoulos to Obama, leader of the regime, on ABC's World News tonight. She said it's unbelievable. No other administration would do it. And then she likened it to kids on a playground, like a kid who says, punch me in the face, and I'm not going to retaliate. What's your response?
I really have no response to that. Last I checked, Sarah Palin's not much of an expert on nuclear issues.
But the strain of criticism has been out there among other Republicans as well. They think you're restricting use of nuclear weapons too much.
And what I would say to them is that if the Secretary of Defense and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff are comfortable with it, I'm probably going to take my advice from them and not from Sarah Palin.
Oh, you can just hear. He's so ticked off that he had the audacity to bring up Palin. Who's she? I don't think she knows about nuclear. Maybe Obama was taking his cue from Jane Fonda. Monday night, Larry King, barely alive on CNN.
You betcha. I think she could have a television show, maybe.
She got one.
But she should not be a politician, in my opinion.
What do you make of the story?
Sad.
Sad?
Well, I think it's sad when someone says, I'm going to run for office, and they can't answer basic questions, about the world, about what they read, about history, things like that. I mean, I think we should take our political world life members who aspire to be elected officials more seriously. They have to be grounded in some kind of reality.
How do you account for her popularity?
I don't know. It worries me, frankly.
I don't know. Her popularity worries me, frankly. Jane Fonda, at the height of her activism, was out there saying that nobody helped them in their revolution. The Jane Fonda that we all know sat on the anti-aircraft weapon over in Hanoi, or wherever she was. Everything she said here, members who aspire to be elected officials take things more. Where in the world do these people think Obama got his qualifications? What are they? It's clearly nothing more than his education. Went to Harvard. Went to Harvard. That alone qualifies. Here's Sarah Palin, by the way, this afternoon in New Orleans, Southern Republican Leadership Conference. She just keeps on bashing Obama.
Now, the president, with all the vast nuclear experience that he acquired as a community organizer and as a part-time senator and as a full-time candidate, all that experience, still no accomplishment to date with North Korea and Iran. Meanwhile, this administration alienates our friends. They treated the Afghan president, Karzai, poorly, and then they feigned surprise when he reacted in kind. They escalated a minor zoning decision into a major breach with Israel, our friend, our closest ally in the Middle East. Let's remind our president, Jerusalem is not a settlement, and Israel is our friend.
That's right, Jerusalem is their capital. Now, I mean, say what you want about Sarah Palin. Sounds to me like she knows what she's talking about there. And I guarantee you that the regime does not take to this well at all.